Hey everyone, welcome back to another Star Stable video, and today I'm going to be talking about club trials, how to get past your club trial period, how to be a good club trial, and so much more. So first off, I just want to say it's kind of a coincidence because right now I'm a club trial in my own club that I'm in right now. But I do want to say that I am not a pro. I just wanted to give feedback because I feel like I have learned a lot from all the past clubs I've been in, and I hope that I can help some of you. So my first tip is to be very active. When you're very active, the club owner, leaders, and instructors get to see how you behave in the club, how you are during practices, how you talk to other people. If you never log on, then the owners basically have nothing to work off of when they're making their decision. So give them something to work off of. Give them something to show who you are, because in the end, that is going to determine what their final decision is. For club trials, I would say that the standards are usually not that high. They don't expect you to be some crazy talented player. They don't expect you, all they want to see is that you are a genuine person, that you don't spread lies and are rude to others. That's literally all it is. One thing that I think is probably one of the biggest takeaways that I've learned throughout my club trial experience and just general club experience. Don't be this crazy, overreactive player. I have seen a lot of people, and myself included, sometimes you want to get other people's attention and you want to be this super social person. But let me tell you, being crazy and cracking jokes every single time you log on is not necessarily what you should try to aim for. I see people totally change into this super extrovert when they get accepted into new clubs. Your steam is going to run out. You can't always be a 110% jokester, constantly talking. Your steam is going to run out, okay? So it's important to pace yourself just like you would in a race. You don't go bolting at 110 miles per hour at the start of the race. You pace yourself. So if that means being a little more introverted in the beginning of your club trial, that is so totally okay. You do not need to make a statement with your personality. I have made that mistake before. I was like, oh yeah, this is totally my personality. I'm always this jokester who constantly interrupts practices, and I think that was not the right way to go about things. If you want to have that kind of lively personality that everyone laughs at during practice, and you want to be that crazy club person, then go for it. But don't let it get to a point where you are not yourself and where it's obviously disrupting other people's experiences and your own. I see so many people who are so active during their trial period. They log on so often, and then once things kind of settle in, they become extremely inactive, and that eventually leads to them leaving the club. Being in a trial is awesome, and it's perfect if you're excited and everything. But don't force yourself to do all these things like getting the club horse immediately. Obviously, if it's not required. If it is required, then you have no choice. But getting every single piece of the club outfit and the whole, all the club horses, and attending every single practice every single minute, those kinds of things will tire you out. So don't feel pressured to be everything and do everything. These things, again, it's just it's a one-time thing. Your club trial, it will eventually end. Your club experience will go on. So don't put all your apples in one bag. don't tire yourself out. Like, if you're the kind of person who has a tendency to over tire yourself out, I would think about the things that are really important to you versus those that you can push off. For example, one thing for me that isn't so important is getting the club horse and tack all at once. I am someone who can have a little patience with that, so it is okay for me to push that off. Now, for someone else, that might not be the case, and you feel like you absolutely have to do that, which is fine. Like, if you need that the minute you join, that's perfectly fine. But find the things that you can lay off a little bit to kind of like calm yourself and pace yourself. One thing for me that is very important, on the other hand, is attending practices. So maybe being active is the thing that I do a lot of, which is fine, but I also keep in control. I'm not going to be online every minute of the day, nor should I. So it's those kinds of things that really get you through your trial. Is what are you going to do? What are you going to work on? And then my last tip is to be patient. I feel like club trials are such a crazy, wild curve sometimes. You are being exposed to new people. You are being exposed to new teaching methods. You are literally learning so many new things at once. It can sometimes feel like total overload, especially if you've been in a club for a super long time before that. So don't immediately rush to leave. Don't make rash decisions. It's okay to feel like a mess. It's okay to be really frustrated sometimes. If you're having a day where you're like, that practice was really bad, or I really don't like this person, that's so okay. And I feel you. I've been through almost like all of those things. And the way I do it is I just push through. The best way to push through is to have someone to talk to. So if you have a friend or something, or just a place to type, like you could literally just type in a Google document, I am so fed up with this club leader. Like, writing those emotions out has helped me through some difficult times. So if that's something that you feel like doing, go for it. At the end of the day, most of it is just pushing through. Don't feel like there's like one right way to do it or one wrong way to do it. It's different for everyone, and it's just kind of something that you have to explore on your own and figure out on your own. But I hope that some of the tips I gave you helped you and made you feel a little bit more human. Because this is something that I wish I would have heard from other people. I feel like there's so little talk about this between SSO content creators. So I hope that some of these tips helped you. And do make sure that you are having a healthy relationship with the club and with the game. Just have fun and enjoy.